I'm Graham Parker, and you're watching LifeMinute TV.
You may remember Graham Parker from his hysterical cameo role in Judd Apatow's This Is 40, playing a version of himself.
Gout?
Yeah, my whole family, they all had gout.
I sort of was playing my dad, really. When Pete, which is Paul Rudd, his character says to me, and I'm walking up and he says, "What's wrong? You got something wrong with you?" And I said, "Yeah, it's my foot, a touch of gout." So I did that like my dad would. He'd say, "Touch of gout." My publishing company at the time said, "Judd Apatow wants to talk to you." I said, "Give him my number, let's go." He told me, about this part, basically playing myself and a guy who basically destroys an independent record label. So I thought, man, give me this. And I said to Judd, I started, then of course I thought I'd better impress him with a terrible Sammy Davis impression, Have I played this room before? Because you kids are cool, and I mean that. Pachow, pachow, pachow. Oh, anyway, he thought I was dangerous. All of a sudden, a guy who does that, unpredictable. And I thought, oh, that didn't work. And he hired me anyway.
If you haven't been hip to his decades-long catalog of great music, what are you waiting for? The prolific British singer-songwriter has been in the game for well over 40 years, developing a cult following of sorts.
Well, I like to say there's Graham Parker fans and then there's everybody else. Even when I left the Rumour and was making records with different people, I still got a fair shake a lot of the time with critics and with fans. America's been good for me.
And he's been good to us, pumping out one great tune after another. Just 24 when he was discovered, while pumping out stuff of another kind, gas. I was a gas station attendant, but all the while I was on a kind of stealth mission, writing. And you'd write hundreds of songs, throw them away. Write more, until I found the music from my past crept into my influences again. And I started doing things with this soul influence, even rockabilly, and the ska influence of the past had now become reggae with Bob Marley. So that was there, and I realized these songs are better than anything I'm hearing on radio. And it took 2 weeks, and a guy called up and gave me a record deal. So I went from nothing to finding myself, on stage before I'd even made the first album, doing a few gigs in '75. So I was totally green to all of it. In this endless lockdown. Oh yeah. There's subtleties and nuance in the way I play. It's based on millions of influences, like most of us. I was 12 when the Beatles and the Stones came along, and then we figured out they were getting it from America, which was blues and soul and R&B. And so I'm sort of based in that sound quite a lot, with excursions into surrealism in lyrics and a variety of things. So I think I call myself a variety act, really. His latest studio recording, Cloud Symbols, is a lot of swing and soul, what he calls old-fashioned.
Swing soul or soul swing. There's a lot of swing rhythms in it. My idols, I suppose, would be Levi Stubbs and Wilson Pickett and all that, so that's integrated in there.
To hear more of this interview, visit our podcast, LifeMinute TV, on iTunes and all streaming podcast platforms. And don't forget to subscribe to our podcast, LifeMinute TV.
A Stepford wife, it's worth a shot. Well, why is that? Why is that such a sin? Because it is. Order now.